Warning, this video is about One Direction, as if you couldn't get that from the title. Okay, so I just want to first and foremost say, I hate One Direction with fiery, burning passion. They ruined my life. Now, you're wondering, what do you mean they ruined your life? If you hate them, just don't listen to them, just don't pay attention to them. I'm not saying that I hate them because I think they are shitty music or whatever. No, I actually really, really love them. No, I'm saying they ruined my life because, well, they ruined my life. Let me explain. Okay, so last year, they come into the charts with What Makes You Beautiful, and like I hear, oh man, there's a new boy band, in town. I'm just like, boy bands? What? There's new boy bands are making a comeback? I listen to NSYNC, I think I'm gonna check it out. And they're from England. I like England, like boy bands. I'm gonna check it out. So, you hop on your computer and you go YouTube, whatever you go on, and you're like, okay, well what do I want to listen to this song. I want to see what they're like. So you immediately go to the first song, What Makes You Beautiful. So you go on and you're like, oh man, these boys, I like the song. Makes me feel good, Maybe I am beautiful and I just don't know it, and they're here to tell me that, that's really nice sentiment. And they're really cute, pretty fit. Yeah. I think I'm gonna listen more, click on the next music video, It's Gotta Be You. And you're just like, this song, it's a really nice song, and God, they're impeccably dressed, my lord. And then those high notes, so whoa, buddy. And so you just keep on, and you're like, and then the next phase, you're like, okay, well, I want to know who they are. I want to know which one's which, what they're like, whatever. And so, you go, you look at him, and you're just like, oh, blonde one, he's Irish. I like Ireland. Okay. Curly haired one, he has dimples. I like dimples. And then the one with the whatever that is, he's very attractive. He's half Pakistani, half English. I like mixed babies. And then, see the one, the stripes and the red pants, and you're like, it's really nice. I like the suspenders, like that going on. You're funny. I like to laugh. And then you go, Liam, and he's like, sensible. He has a nice, calming voice. I like that. And next thing you know, you're in deep. You are in some deep shit. You are in it. You are in it. And you're consumed with all these thoughts of them, like, what are they doing now? Oh my god, I had to check Twitter. Oh my god, Harry just said something really hilarious. I don't understand what it says. He never makes any sense, but it's funny. And then you're just like, oh, Instagram. Look at all these pictures. Look at all these memes of them. Oh my god, so funny. Ha ha ha. And then I didn't personally do this, but my friend, she did, and she's like, read fanfic, and some write them, and then it's like, write fanfic, and you just, and everything is all of a sudden about them. And you're just like, when I meet them, I'm gonna say this. When I meet them, I'm gonna wear this. When I meet them, I'm gonna blow their minds. They're gonna be so just taken by me. And so you're just One Direction, oh my god, and you watch everything that has to do with them. You watch all the video diaries, you watch all the interviews, you do everything, and your whole free time and your whole being is One Direction, nothing else. There's nothing else. There's no other room in your life but them. And then you get to a point where you're like, I'm not gonna meet them. They're never gonna know I exist. And even if I do meet them, let's say I'm at a meet and greet or whatever, you don't get to spend quality time with them. What you get, like 10 minutes at most, and you're just, literally at most, and probably like way less than that. And you're just like, you go up to them, you're like, maybe you can speak, maybe you can't, maybe you're crying, maybe you're screaming, whatever you do, and they're just like, oh, hello, and you're just like, hi, and then they're gonna be all like, oh, well, you're having a great day, and it's like, yeah, it's the best day ever, and it's like, oh, that's good, here's your signed item, move on. Obviously they're not gonna say that's a bit rude, but that's basically what it is. You just next, and you don't get to have a conversation with them. You don't get to have the time that you want with them. You want to get to know them, and you want them to get to know you. And you just know if you had that chance to actually get to know them, that you could be friends or more or whatever. I mean, personally, I'm just shooting for friends because I mean, they seem like awesome lads, but you just know if you had the time that you want with them, that everything would be alright. And like the closest you could ever get to them is at a show, but they're up on a stage like 50 feet away at least, or at least 50 feet away. You know, if you're in the nosebleed section, you can barely even see them, little pricks on the stage. But that's the closest you can ever get. It's the closest you can ever get to them without having to pay like oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of money, or having to win a contest or whatever. And so you just start to get a little bit depressed. You start to get a little bit depressed, thinking, I'm never gonna meet them, and you have the hope inside of you that you will, but the logical part of your brain is like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And even if you do, what does it matter? You're just another face to them. You're just another face. And it just doesn't sit well. It just doesn't sit well. So then maybe you'll start to be like, you know what? Screw this. I've wasted my life. How many days, how many months, how many years have I wasted on these 5 incredible boys that don't know my existence, that will never know my existence? And you start to wean yourself off of them because you stop getting on Tumblr so much. You stop going on Instagram looking up the Imagines or whatever you do, and you stop going on their Twitters and stalking them or whatever. I didn't do that, but whatever. And you just stop. And then maybe one day you're bored and you go on Tumblr and you go through your feed or whatever, and then you have a little bit more time and you're like, I think I'm gonna look up One Direction. So you look up on the One Direction tag, and then the next thing you know, you're on there for 5 hours and you just slam your computer because you're so frustrated. Because you're frustrated because they're like right there in your computer, but you want them right there. You want them right there with you. You want to make them laugh. You want to laugh with them. You want to whatever. You want to do whatever the hell you want with them, and you can't because they're wherever they are, doing whatever they want, not knowing about your existence. And the thing is that you're happy. You are so happy because you genuinely love them or like them extremely so. But you're also sad because you have the realization that you're never gonna get what you want from them, and then you're so frustrated because you're not gonna get what you want from them, or because they're sexy as fuck and they're doing something sexy as fuck on Tumblr, and you're just like, oh my god. And so you're happy and you're sad and you're angry at the same time, and that does not do well for people. That's not well for your mental sanity. It's not well for it. And again, you start to think, how much of my time have I wasted? Maybe there was that cute guy in class, that was trying to, get my attention, be like, hey, what's up, girl? And you're like, sorry, you're not One Direction, nor do you dress like them, nor do you act like them, or whatever. No, like, I don't know, you're not in my existence, you're not in my, radar because you're not One Direction. And like, you go back and you think about that, and you're like, well, shit. But then you keep on going back to them because they're like a drug. They're like a drug. And you can't stay away from them for too long. Or you start. It just doesn't work. And then you go through all the emotional up and down roller coaster shit, and you have all the feels and whatnot. And it's just horrible. It's one of the most horrible things to happen. And the worst part about it is, the absolute worst part about One Direction ruining your life is that you did it to yourself. They didn't come to you, hold a gun up to your head, and be like, you absolutely have to become obsessed with us, or we'll kill you. No, they didn't do that. You did it to yourself. You did it all to yourself. And all it started with was, oh, I kind of like that song. And then it just went on from there, and you did it to yourself. That is the absolute worst part about it, is that you did it to yourself. with all that being said, I just like to say, I'm proud of them, accomplishing all that they accomplished, and I wish them well in all endeavors of their life. I truly do. But I just wish they'd stop so I could stop. Because let's be honest, we're not going to stop. None of us are. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. Because we don't know how to stop. We don't know. At this point in our lives, we don't know how to fucking, breathe without them. And it's one of the most ridiculous things ever. And yet, we're all happy. We're all happy.